How's everybody doing? It's BillJohn08 and today I decided to do something a bit different. Now, I've been streaming a couple of games, a bit of Mario Party Jamboree, I've been streaming even Luigi's Mansion and The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, but I decided that today, I was just thinking of like potential games for the Switch 2 and I decided I want to make a tier list for what I thought were potential games, but I wanted to limit it a little bit, so I'm going to limit it to only Mario games. So I got my tier list maker open. What I've done is I searched up tier list maker and I'm going to try and figure out how to do this. I've never ever made a tier list in my life, so I decided that I'm going to try and figure out how to do it alongside it, and I didn't want to do it on stream. I just wanted to do it as a recording, and then if this video gets 10 likes I will do a stream where I make another potential tier list and you guys can leave your suggestions on what you want me to make a tier list on. So I've already searched up potential games, potential new Mario games, and nothing has showed up. Trust me, I could even do it again. Maybe I'd word it differently. Potential new Mario games for Switch 2. Let's see what shows up. And the first option is Complete Mario FNF Port Ost. Now I am curious, we're gonna take a quick look at this actually. Okay, we got okay, these are just like sound effects, got so long. We got heated demo, I don't know what these mean, so we're not gonna look at that for too long. But yeah, we're having options that got to do with Mario Kart tracks, like every Mario Kart track. I could do that one day, that does seem like an interesting idea. Every single Mario Kart course, that's crazy. I won't be able to do that. I've not played every single Mario Kart course, although I do have all the games. So you got Mario Kart games. We don't have an option for potential Mario games. We're gonna go to make a template, and we're just gonna go straight to make your own template. Yeah. Now, first of all, I want to explore different options. Let's see what public template does. So I can describe it. Okay, this is the name of it. Hold on, what was the other option? Let me go back. Okay, so create single use template. Okay, so I can make one for everyone to use. Yeah, I guess we can make it public, why not? I don't want to make it too wordy, but potential Mario Switch 2 games. Alright, make a description. So what we're gonna type in is this tier list is for ranking the likelihood of space. Likelihood of potential Mario games that could be released in the first, let's say 5 years, 5 years of the Switch 2's life. Alright, so it seems like we have to make a template cover photo. So that means I'm going to have to use my little experience with Photoshop to make a template cover photo. So I'm going to do that now. Alright, so we're on Photoshop, yeah. Now, a little snippet, yeah. I've been thinking of doing a Super Mario 64 stream. Yeah, so let me know if you want to see that. So I'm just going to take the font from that, drag it here, change it to potential, and we'll make it all caps. Potential. Alt drag so that we can drag the image without it being replaced here. A little tip, if you want to make fonts look quite nice, you use different text boxes instead of using one text box and pressing space so that you can move it around. So potential new, yeah. What I was saying just now was we can put this in any position now that we've made it separate text boxes. But if I made it a space bar, it limits me a little bit. So I can even do it like this, like diagonally. Potential new here, and then Mario can go here. Mario games can go here. Games. For Switch. Alt again. And then 2. Now that does look a bit messy, so let's just potential new Mario games like this. 4 Switch 2, add this more in the middle, make it go more up for Switch 2. So we'll add a render of Movie Mario. Let's copy that. Control T so that we can shrink the image to whatever size I want. Add it in the middle, and I think we're done. You don't have to make it look too flashy. The only thing I probably will do now is just make this more in the middle a little bit. Yeah, because it's bothering me how it's not that much in the middle. Just make it look like this. And I think we're good. So let's just export this, and then we'll be done. Alright, so back to the tier list maker. Let's select our cover that we just made. It's right here. Bam. That's our cover. Looking good. So the next option is uploading a set of images for the tier list template. Yeah. Just a quick update. I decided that I probably should have a time frame for when I think these games will be added to the Switch 2. For example, let's say it's a new Mario Tennis game. I could say that I think it will come the second year, or I think it won't come at all, instead of likely or unlikely. That's just what I decided to change. So I'm going to change my description to make it a little bit more clear. So I've changed the description to: this tier list is for ranking when potential Mario games could be released in the Switch 2's life, or if it's not likely at all, to make it more clear for people who are using this template. Alright, so I've added pretty much most of the potential Mario games I could think of, you know? And yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. I even had to make some logos myself. So for the tiers, we have first all the way to 6th year and ahead, and then we have never as well. I believe everything's looking good now. We have the title potential Mario Switch 2 games. We haven't set to the category, but that's because we've made our own. Actually, no, let's make it Mario actually. Let's make the category Mario so that it's easy for people to find. I think we passed it. We made it Mario. There we go, that's good. Then we have our cover. We have our categories. I don't think this really matters. And then, yeah, we have our tiers. All good. Alright lads, now I present to you the tier list. So, yes, we have the years and the never option, and we have all the game selections here. Some of them are way larger than others, like the Mario and Luigi one. Before it literally cropped it, so I had to change it to no crop. So, this is how it's going to look for now. We do have the Mario Maker 3 one. You can't actually see the text when it's down here, unfortunately. Yeah, that is something I just noticed. But hopefully people will just move it here, and then they'll notice what it is supposed to be. Or maybe there's a way I can change the background actually. I might have to try and change that actually. Yeah, change background color, make it white. Yeah, let me change that to white. Nothing's happening. Help. Oh, okay. It changes it for here. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. So let's get started with the tier list. So I'm gonna do this in the order that's already here. So this leaves me with the first one, which is 3. Now it's not just 3. It's Super Mario Maker 3. Now, I am someone who's played a decent amount of Mario Maker 2. I played a bit of Mario Maker on the Wii U, and I played actually more of the one of the 3DS than the one of the Wii U, because it had this cool campaign mode where there was a bunch of levels. I've heard people say that the levels were quite simple, they were literally sample levels, but I enjoyed it because they had like over like 150 levels. They had so many levels, and it was quite fun for me. I used to just play in the car on the way to places, and yeah, that was quite fun for me. And then Mario Maker 2 added a lot more. Now, when I say Mario Maker 3, I mean another 2D Mario Maker game. And that is where things are going to be a bit tricky, because I believe that they added most things that they could have already added in a Mario Maker game. Now, if you ask me, I think the best option was for Nintendo to continue updating Mario Maker 2. I believe that there is a lot of things they could have added, even though I just said that they added most things. There are some things that they could have added. There's some enemies missing. They could have added something like a King Bill. There's some Super Mario World enemies that are missing, like the Charging Chucks, the Rexes, those Rhino Dinos, even things like moving coins that are in New Super Mario Bros. There's a decent amount of things they could have added. And even the fact that there was the whole situation with the extra game styles, where there was literally, it says extra game styles, but the only extra game style we got was Super Mario 3D World. That definitely made people believe and speculate that there would be an extra style, potentially something like another 3D game like Super Mario 64 or Super Mario Galaxy. Or people even think when Wonder was coming out that Super Mario Wonder could have been a new game style, but you haven't heard anything. I doubt they're going to actually update Super Mario Maker 2. As for Super Mario Maker 3, maybe they make Super Mario Wonder another style and they add more things. But yeah, one thing I've considered is the fact that they can do a Super Mario Wonder Maker where they just focus on the Super Mario Wonder style. But as of Super Mario Maker 3, I feel like the concept of Super Mario Maker is good, but I actually think they might even start making Maker games for other franchises. But I think if it does come out, I don't think it'll be that late. I feel like there is a decent possibility that can come out, but I don't think it'll be a launch game. It has been 5 years, so it'll be 6 years by this year, 2025, since the last Mario Maker game. So we'll say maybe second year if it comes out. Yeah. And then the next option we have is Wario Land. Now this is a new Wario Land game. Now I just realized I forgot to include WarioWare. Yeah, I kind of messed up on that. So give me a minute. And here it is, WarioWare Inc. I tried to add the one that had just WarioWare, but it literally was not visible when I tried to select it. So we're going to start with a new Wario Land game. Now this is going to be a bit tricky to speculate. I don't think it's going to be a launch game at all. I don't think we're going to get a Wario Land game in the first lifestyle. I don't think we're going to get a Wario Land game in early years of the Nintendo Switch 2. I don't think that's possible. Simply because they'll probably focus on things like a new 3D Mario game, some Zelda games, or just things that are more exciting. They want to start off the Switch 2 with a bang. I don't think Wario Land is the most exciting one. I don't even know if we're gonna get a new Wario Land game, to be honest. When was the last time we got Wario Land? The last Wario Land game I think was Wario Land Shake It on the Wii, which I've never played in my life. But when I looked at the price of it, it's not actually that expensive, so I might try it out one time, maybe on stream. But yeah, Wario Land, in terms of a new Wario Land game, it could happen. They could consider giving Wario another shot. And yeah, let's just say maybe it will happen the third year. Yeah, I'll put it as a third year option because I think it'll take them a bit of a while to consider it. And correct me if I'm wrong with, when the last Wario Land game was. Maybe there was one that came out on the 3DS or something, I can't remember. Okay, interesting. This is the next option. 3D Donkey Kong game. Obviously, it means a new 3D Donkey Kong game. I made that logo myself, but I don't think I need to include new, even though I included with the Mario one here. But yeah, a brand new 3D Donkey Kong game. The last 3D Donkey Kong game was like 25 years ago or something like that, with Donkey Kong 64, and we've not had a new Donkey Kong game in the third dimension since then. Now, I've heard some mixed receptions about that game. I've heard people say it's a pretty good game. I was decent about collectibles. I've heard people say that, in terms of the collectibles, you have to collect things with different characters. It's so tedious to have to collect one thing as Donkey Kong and then collect another thing as Chunky Kong, who apparently is dead. So, but I feel like, since Donkey Kong's been on a hiatus on Nintendo Switch, we just had a port of Tropical Freeze, and then the port of Donkey Kong Country Returns has not come out yet, but it's coming out this year. Yeah, so in terms of that, I feel like they probably should, do a new 3D Donkey Kong game. I feel like they would consider it. So, considering the fact that they've not released a new Donkey Kong game in over 10 years, I feel like if they do return with Donkey Kong, because we literally just had Donkey Kong Country Returns, well, when the Switch 2 comes out, Donkey Kong Country Returns would have been a release game. I feel like they probably would have wanted to do, they probably would think, oh, let's do a 3D Donkey Kong game, yeah? So it's either first year or second year. So I feel like it might not be a launch title. I'll say second year. I don't think it'll be a launch title, but I feel like it'll be hyped if it's a launch title. But yeah, we'll have second year. As you can see, yes, I included some spin-off Mario games. Like Donkey Kong, Yoshi, Wario, because I'm not gonna make a separate tier list for Donkey Kong for Wario. That's just a bit. There's no point. Might as well just include it in everything. Now the next option is a 3D Wario game. Like it definitely will come out after Wario Land. So in terms of a 3D Wario game, I'll be completely honest, I don't actually see us having any 3D Wario game, unfortunately. I just don't see it happening. Because Wario World was the only 3D Wario game we've gotten, and then Wario was playable in Super Mario 64 DS. Wario might even be playable in the next Mario game. Imagine, the next 3D Mario game we get to play as Wario. That'd be pretty cool. But in terms of a new 3D Wario game, I feel like Nintendo will have other priorities. So I'm actually going to put it in the never tier. 3D Yoshi game. That's never happened before. I just thought, let me just put it in case people actually, think it's likely, Because I've even thought, imagine if we get a 3D Yoshi game. So I slid it in my tier list. Now, in terms of a 3D Yoshi, yeah, it's never going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We're not getting a 3D Yoshi game, honestly. The best we'll get is, Yoshi being playable in the next new 3D Mario game. Sorry, I keep saying Wario. I keep mixing it up. But yeah, the potential is Yoshi being playable in the new 3D Mario game. Yeah, that's definitely going to happen. Like, it's definitely going to be in the first. Yeah, absolutely. The last 3D Mario game we got, I was going to say Odyssey, but then we got 3D World. We got Mario 3D World, which came with Bowser's Fury, which, if you haven't played it, you definitely should check it out. If you really are longing for a Mario experience, it kind of recreates the Mario collectible system, allowing you to get a collectible, the main collectible, which is the Shine Sprite, not the Shine Sprite, the Cat Shine, sorry, getting the Cat Shine, and then going into a different area, going to a different level, which gets unlocked, and then you can come back to get another Cat Shine. It's a really interesting formula, but yeah, I feel like they definitely need to. I think honestly, if Nintendo does not add a new 3D Mario game, if they do not release it in the first year, I don't know what they'll be doing. But when I say new 3D Mario game, I forgot to mention, I mean something completely brand new. I didn't think about that. Something completely brand new. Now that I realize, obviously they added a new 3D Mario game, but I added options like Super Mario Galaxy 3, Super Mario Sunshine 2, and I think that's about it actually. Yeah, Galaxy 3, Sunshine 2. Oh yeah, I even included a sequel, a potential sequel to 3D World. Yeah. So, obviously, like I said before, I do believe they're going to add a new 3D Mario game. And, yeah, now I have to decide whether I think it's going to be a sequel to Mario Odyssey. I want it to be a sequel to Mario Odyssey. That's what I would want. Because they introduced Cappy, which I think is a really cool gimmick. And I feel like there's some enemies that I really like to see Mario capture. Like a Boo, for example. Mario, it's not the most exciting thing. I mean, there was the Boo power-up in Super Mario Galaxy. But I just feel like they can really expand with that. With Luigi having his own cap sidekick, maybe even Peach using Tiara during gameplay. I feel like they really could advance with it. But knowing Nintendo, I feel like I just have a feeling they'll just do a completely new 3D Mario game. They might even make it an open world. So in terms of Super Mario Odyssey 2, I'm actually gonna place it in the tier right now. Yeah, I'm gonna place it in the tier right now. I feel like if we were to get an Odyssey 2, we would have gotten it on the Switch. So I'm actually going to put it never. And while we're at it, I don't even know how to put these here because I actually don't think any of these are gonna happen. There's no way we'll go all the way back to Galaxy 3 or even Sunshine 2. Sunshine 2, like when did Super Mario Sunshine even come out in the first place? Like 2002 or 2003? I think it was 2002. Yeah, why would we go all the way back to Super Mario Sunshine 2? But it'll be good to see Flood again. It'll be good to see more about the space atmosphere. But I just feel like Nintendo will want to do something completely brand new. New Captain Toad game. I just thought, let me put this in here. I was thinking of all the spin-offs, and yeah, I just wanted to include as much spin-offs as I could. I'm not going to make another tier list for Toad games or a 2D Toad game, a 3D Toad game. No. Yeah, so in terms of a new Captain Toad game, where do I stand with that? Do I think they're going to do it? Do I think they're not going to do it? Honestly, Nintendo really is unpredictable at times. They really are. So I'm going to imagine that they are going to do it. And if they are, honestly, I'm probably going to lean towards the 4th year side. Or the 2nd year. Somewhere in the middle, honestly. Somewhere in the middle. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, that came in like 2015, didn't it? And then it got ported to the Switch, which I actually have, but I've not played yet. I've only played the Captain Toad levels in Super Mario 3D World. And I think it'll be interesting to see another entry. But I don't see what else they could do, to be honest. Maybe though, it kind of leans on whether there's going to be another 3D World sequel. Although I feel like Captain Toad definitely going to appear in the new Mario games. Yeah, he was in Super Mario Wonder, in case you don't know. I hope that's not much of a spoiler for people who have not played Wonder yet. But yeah, honestly, I have to make that decision. And I believe that, honestly, I don't think I really see it happening. Because, yeah, I don't actually see it happening because Captain Toad was kind of like a add-on. It was kind of like them enhancing something that they added to Super Mario 3D World, if you get what I mean. So I feel like if they want to do a new Toad spin-off game, yeah, they're probably going to introduce more aspects to Toad. Or maybe Captain Toad appears in the new 3D Mario game, and then that kind of makes them, that kind of inspires them to do another Captain Toad game. So I'm going to put it in the 3rd year, yeah, because Super Mario 3D World came out in 2013. They released Captain Toad Treasure Tracker in 2014. Okay, I thought it came out 2015. It came out in 2014. So in that case, yeah, we'll say 2 years. We'll stick with it being in the 3rd year. Sorry. A new Mario baseball game. Now, when I was watching the latest Nintendo Direct with my friends, I was hoping that they'll release a new Mario baseball game because I've never actually owned a Mario baseball game in my life. You know, Mario Superstar Baseball is quite a rare game in the UK, and it's quite expensive. Like, it's like over £120 to get a copy of it now. It's very rare, and baseball's not even that popular in the UK. So honestly, now that those games, like Nintendo releasing games, they just release it globally. There's no like exclusive games, because remember, yeah, Mario Sluggers, yeah, Super Mario Sluggers actually was just released in America. It was not released in Europe. It was only an American release, so I can't even play that game. And it looks like a fun game, honestly. It has one of the best bosses in a Mario spin-off game. It has so many characters, but they didn't release it. So I don't know if they will release a Mario baseball game. Honestly, I don't know where they'll go in terms of Mario sports game. I'm really intrigued to see what they'll do. You know, I really would love for them. You know, let's say they would. Probably because maybe fans are begging. They hear fans on the internet. People, I've seen a decent amount of videos of people saying that they want a new Mario baseball game. So let's say it'll come out 2nd year. I think that's a decent time. Yeah, it'll come out 2nd year. I think that's reasonable. Now, Super Mario Wonder 2. A sequel to Super Mario Wonder. You know, I think that's something we can consider since Super Mario Wonder did so well. You know, people play the game. I don't know where it is in terms of the most sold the most selling Nintendo game. Let's actually check real quick. Okay, so I'm on the list. Obviously, the list has been changed since the last time I checked. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is still on top. Now let's look for Super Mario Wonder. My guess is that it will be 22nd. Never mind, it's not 22nd. Oh, it's 19th. Okay, I was wrong. It's 19th. There it is. So it's 19th. It sold 13.44 million copies, yeah? And that's in over like a year and a half or something like that. Over a year. We'll say over a year. It came out like near the end of 2023. Yeah, so over a year, it has sold more than Mario Party Superstars. You know, and I think Mario Party Superstars did pretty well. So, yeah, that shows how well Super Mario Wonder did. So I didn't mean to put it in the never slot. I don't think it's gonna never come out yet. Although I feel like if they do release a new 2D Mario game, they might as well just continue going in the same direction as they did with Super Mario Wonder. That's what I think. So I think if they do release a new 2D Mario game, but the thing is, I do have an option, like with the 3D Mario game, I have an option for a new 2D Mario game. Yeah, we have both a new 2D Mario game option and a Super Mario Wonder 2 option, and we even have an option for a new Super Mario Bros. Game. You know, I even added an option for that, but I don't think that's gonna happen. You know, I don't think Nintendo will want to turn back to those dark days, so we're gonna put that in the never slot. You know. Anyway, for a new 2D Mario game, honestly, we're gonna do that one first. I think that's gonna be easier. In terms of a new 2D Mario game, that could give them a chance to go wild, a chance for them to have new ideas. I'm trying to think of cases where they've done sequels to games. Like obviously in the New Super Mario Bros. Games, you know, we had New Super Mario Bros. Wii on the Wii, and then New Super Mario Bros. U as a sequel. But I think them knowing that it didn't sell that well probably would teach them. Oh, maybe it did. Let's see. New Super Mario Bros. U was the third best-selling game on the Wii U. So that's the game I got. I literally got a Wii U just for that game myself. It even outsold Super Smash Bros. Now it's been out longer, but I'm not gonna lie, I actually thought that Super Smash Bros. U, Smash Bros. 4, I actually would have thought that sold better than New Super Mario Bros. U, but it did not. So yeah, that's a bit of a shock to me actually. I won't lie. A lot of people had that game, Super Smash Bros. U. Like, come on. But anyway, in terms of that, yeah, so obviously, if we look at the best-selling Wii games, New Super Mario Bros. Wii sold 30.32 copies. Now, I've seen a lot of nostalgia videos, nostalgia reels on Instagram of people saying, oh, they remember throwing people in that game. So yeah, people do, remember New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Why are the 2D Mario games doing better than Super Smash Bros? I don't understand that. Anyways, maybe it's because people don't know what Smash Bros. Is. Maybe it's because it's a fighting game. I don't know. But it's a party game. Super Smash Bros. Should be selling higher than 2D Mario. But I guess it's Mario. It's a flagship franchise. Whatever. I don't know why I'm so surprised. I don't know. I just think a lot of people love Smash Bros. Anyways, I'm trying to use previous data to make me decide, where I think it will go. So yeah, I'm trying to compare like how the sequels did. The sequels did decent, I guess. It was a New Super Mario Bros. Game. New Super Mario Bros. Wii was like a sequel to New Super Mario Bros. On the DS, and it's so decent. It was one of the top 5 best-selling games on both the Wii and the Wii U, and I think it sold decently. It wasn't top 5 on the Wii U, on the Switch, sorry, the port, but So yeah, will they do a new 2D Mario game? I think they will. I think both will happen actually. Now that I think about it, I think both Super Mario Wonder sequel and a new 2D Mario game could happen. Now, Super Mario Wonder is still a fairly new game, so let's say it happens in the second year. I'll say it happens in the second year, because remember, yeah, New Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS and New Super Mario Bros. U both came out in the same year. Now, of course, they didn't add that much to the game. They were quite similar, so it's not like those games came out the same year and they were completely different games. I don't think it took them that long to make New Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS. But anyway, in terms of a new 2D Mario game, let's just say that comes out the 5th year. Yeah, the later year, just like Wonder. Probably just say the Switch 2 if it was a failure or something like that. A new Donkey Kong Country, I probably should have sorted this out once I was sorting out the new 3D Donkey Kong game. But I definitely think it's gonna happen in some point in the Switch 2's lifestyle. Like, they'll be foolish not to, because yeah, people definitely know Donkey Kong more for its 2D games than the 3D games. So unless they just do a 3D game like they did in the N64, or they just abandon Donkey Kong again, which I hope they don't. Yeah, honestly, if we get both the 2D and the 3D Donkey Kong game, that would be great. Because I'm someone who, I haven't beaten all the Donkey Kong Country games, but I've had my fair share of fun with those games. They're quite fun. I like the challenge, I like the platforming, you know. I do like playing the Donkey Kong Country games, so I would like to see a new Donkey Kong Country game, which is 2D. So let's just say what happened in the fourth year. For now, I'll say fourth year. I might change this later on. Luigi's Mansion 4. Now, if you are checking out my channel, sorry, I just knocked over my controllers. If you check out my channel, you'll see that I've actually done 2 streams on Luigi's Mansion, the original on the GameCube, yeah? And if you've watched the video, you'll see that I've stated that I played Luigi's Mansion 2 and I played a bit of 3. So I have my experience with the Luigi's Mansion game, and my plan is for me to beat Luigi's Mansion, then get the port of Luigi's Mansion 2 that's on the Switch, play that, and then beat Luigi's Mansion 3 as well. And yeah, so with that being said, all that work should be rewarded with a brand new Luigi's Mansion game. Let's say once I finish beating all the Luigi's Mansion games, Luigi's Mansion 4 comes out. Now, it doesn't have to be named Luigi's Mansion 4, but you get the idea. A new Luigi's Mansion game, that's the idea. Yeah. Luigi's Mansion 3 came out in 2019, and the port of Luigi's Mansion 2 came out in 2024. Now let's go back to our list of Switch games. It's 16th, 14.25. Let's look for the port of Luigi's Mansion 2. 70th. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, and it sold 1.57 million copies. Yeah, I don't think people are too interested in the remake, but I think 16th for Luigi's Mansion 3 is good. I've heard some positive things about Luigi's Mansion 3. Some people even say that it's the best looking game on the Switch. I've heard people say that. I do think it's a great looking game. Yeah, it is a great looking game. I love the style. Like, that game and Super Mario Odyssey are great looking next gen Nintendo games, and I would love to see a sequel to Luigi's Mansion 3. Now back to the tier list. Why would they abandon Luigi? You know, I feel like Luigi should have his own game. And now I think about it, maybe I should have had some fun and maybe even done a potential Daisy game, a potential Waluigi game. That would have been interesting. But yeah, I guess if that happens, yeah, whew, I probably have to do something, man. Like a forfeit or something. I don't know. I'll think about it. So yeah, in terms of Luigi's Mansion 4, Luigi's Mansion HD coming out last year doesn't really mean that it's going to take a while for them to do Luigi's Mansion 4. You know, for all we know, Luigi's Mansion 4 could be in development right now. But I think it's going to be a third year game. It's not going to be a launch title like Luigi's Mansion was on the GameCube. I want to say, actually, I feel like the fourth year seems a bit empty. Yeah, let's spread things out. Let's say fourth year. Yeah. Actually, that's too far away. It's too far away. Yeah, that's way too far away. And look at all the things we have for second year. It's not going to be a launch. There's no way it's going to be a launch day, though. It won't be. So I guess third year. Third year will be the year for spin-off Mario games, I guess. Mario and Luigi, we obviously just had Brothership, and it's got mixed reception. You know, people like ING rated like a 5. I do think we are going to get a new Mario and Luigi game, but a bit later on. Let's just say it will come out in the 5th year. A new Mario Golf game. Now, I actually don't know if we're going to get new Mario sports games. Like, I want to actually sit here and be a bit real when it comes to me speculating Nintendo Switch. We don't really know, like, the direction they're going to take graphically with the Nintendo Switch. Obviously, it's like a sequel to the Nintendo Switch. But I think in this case, I have to compare it to, like, the Wii and the Wii U. Yeah. In terms of sports games, shared between the Wii and the Wii U. We didn't get much sports games in the Wii, and that even makes me think of the GameCube and the Wii. Like, look at it. Yeah, in the GameCube we had a new Mario baseball game, a new Mario tennis game, a new Mario golf game. But then, in the Wii, we didn't get any of those games. We did get a new Mario baseball game. Yeah, we did. I forgot about that. Yeah, we got a new Mario baseball game. So if the Switch 2 wants to be a bit similar to that, we could consider the fact that Mario Tennis came out 2018, yeah? So they could give it another shot. So we're going to skip to Mario Tennis right now, yeah? I feel like they'll want to give it another shot. And I feel like if it does come out, I feel like if they do give it another shot, it should be early. Yeah, I said Mario Baseball come out second year. So if Mario Baseball's coming out second year, you know what? We're swapping it. This is going to come out second year. This is going to come out first year. Because I feel like if they are going to release Mario Baseball, they probably will release it sooner than later. And I feel like if they do see the fact that people are requesting a new Mario Baseball game, they'll think, okay, let's add they'll probably market it as a fun part of the game. Because they like to, with Mario Kart, that was one of the early games of Nintendo Switch, Mario Kart Deluxe, yeah. So I feel like if you want to be strategic, you have to also include Switch 2 launch with some fun games. Like, look at Wii Sports with the Wii. Look at Super Smash Bros. Melee, with the GameCube. Look at Nintendo Land with the Wii U, We have to have those type of games, those fun games that people can play with their family. Although Melee definitely isn't a game that people play with their family, it's a competitive game now. So in terms of Mario Golf Super Rush came out 2022, I believe. Either 2022 or 2021. It came out 2021, okay. I never got the game, by the way. I never got it. I got Mario Golf Toe Shooter on the GameCube, but I don't have Mario Golf Super Rush, so I just never got it. I was more interested in the new Mario Strikers game. Yeah. So, I feel like they will definitely want to give another shot to the Mario sports games. I feel like they should. Because, even though we're going to have to go back to the list. Our trusty best selling Switch games list. And let's just look at the Mario sports games. Okay? Nintendo Switch Sports is 15th, and I never even got the game. I just want to say one thing though. In terms of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, my friend group, yeah. Out of my friend group from 6th form, about 5 of us have a Switch. And literally, out of us 5, only 2 of us have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Only 2 of us have it. The rest of us, no, not 5. Let's say 7 of us have the Switch. And out of 7 of us, only 2 of us actually have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Yeah, that says something. And pretty much all of us have Ultimate. Mario Tennis Aces actually should be up there because it came 2018. That's quite early, I guess must be more interesting. No way Kirby and the Forgotten Land sold more than Mario Tennis Aces. No way. I'm sorry. People were hyped for Kirby and the Forgotten Land, but it's selling more than Mario Tennis Aces. I mean, I get it. It's Mario Sports, and not everyone's interested in Mario Sports, but still, come on, they marketed that game so much. Serena Williams was in one of the trailers for Mario Tennis Aces. Come on, where's Mario Tennis Aces? Come on, guys. You guys hate that game? I think it's fun. The story mode. You had the story mode. Where is it? 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Only 4.50 million copies. As of December 31st, 2022. So has it not sold more since then? Wow, I guess no one's thinking, oh, I got a Switch now, let me get Mario Tennis Aces. So yeah, I guess, yeah, that's probably why. I'm comparing it to a 3D Kirby game. That was a first, so of course a 3D Kirby game will sell more. Where's Mario Golf? Did Mario Golf sell better? I don't think it did. Mario Strikers Battle League sold 2.54 million copies. Mario Golf Super Rush, 2.48. Maybe they'll just give up on Mario Sports games actually. Or maybe they'll just give a shot at the Mario Sports games that didn't, get spotlight. So let's just say the Mario Sports games will actually come later on. So I'll move Mario Tennis down to 5th year. Or let's say 4th year. Because I feel like they'll give it a shot later on. Because I also want to consider the fact that in the Wii, how I was saying GameCube and Wii, they did release a Mario Sports Mix, and maybe they'll release a game like that. A Mario Sports Mix or a brand new Mario Sports game. Because, yeah, so in terms of Mario Golf, which one do I think will come out first? Mario Tennis or Mario Golf? I just think they're doing the same order as last. I should say Mario Golf will be one of the last games coming out. In the Switch 2, Mario Slam Basketball. Now, obviously, it's not going to be called that, but this is just for a new Mario Hoops game. You know, there was a Mario Hoops game on the DS, in case you didn't know. And I can't be bothered to see how well that sold. But yeah, in terms of Mario, a new Mario basketball game, hell yeah, do it, Nintendo. You could go wild. There was even a time I used to imagine that happening. You know, a new Mario basketball game. Mario baseball, Mario basketball, yes, yeah. Ugh, I feel like this is more of what I want than what I think will happen. But I gotta kind of gamble a little bit on, be a bit not play it safe. I gotta kind of just think wild, you know, think creatively. So yeah, let's just say Mario Slam Basketball comes out in the second year. A new Yoshi game. Now, good thing I kept this open because I'm gonna have to revisit this a lot. And let's see how well Yoshi's Crafted World sold. That's the last Yoshi game that we've gotten. Yoshi's Crafted World. I don't think it sold that well, to be honest. Yeah, I actually got it digitally, and I played a bit of it. It's kind of fun. It's just the whole thing about going back to levels to look for things. That's the only thing that bothers me, because I really liked Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo, even though I never beat it. I'm going down. I'm not even looking for it. That's how confident I know that Yoshi's Crafted World is down here. Trust me, it's down here. Trust me. Okay, never mind, it's not. Where was Yoshi's Crafted World? We're going to have to look at it backwards, because I don't think it sold well. In fact, if it sold more, if it's 50th and above, I will end the video here and just upload it like this. That's how confident I am. That's not 50th and above. Am I looking properly? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, it's 50th and above. Well, guys, thank you for watching.